As you guys probably know, whenever I make a video about XRP and the XRP price, people seem to want to know one thing. What's next for XRP? What's about to happen? And there's an article that just popped up. Pro XRP lawyer reveals why a $20 million settlement is a total victory for Ripple. And at the same time, I saw John Deaton post this. Two unpopular opinions. One, there are no current or ongoing settlement talks between Ripple and the SEC. And Ripple has zero plans of issuing an IPO before June of 2024. And this one. Is a Ripple IPO good or bad? For XRP, an expert shares his reasons. And the reason that is so interesting is because of this right here. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗿 said the IPO for Ripple will be the death of XRP. It might pump of the announcement, I guess, or manipulates XRP now, just wait. He basically says that the moment it goes public, the manipulation will be so insane that it might pump, but ultimately it'll be bad. And Panos said there's no other side. Ripple going public means bigger exposure and awareness for the company and their products, some of which use XRP and XRP itself. And remember, Ripple is one company, while XRP is a universal digital asset with multiple use cases and unlimited potential. In other words, anybody saying that an IPO would be extremely bad for XRP, we're not going to be able to get through this same door, I suppose, because we all know the IPO is coming. The only question is exactly when, but I think there should be nobody who has the opinion that it's gonna be bad. I shouldn't be laughing, but that's crazy. No, obviously that does not make sense. That's a hot take. Interesting, sure, but not something I agree with. So now let's start talking about this settlement thing, huh? Well, Stewart said he is the chief legal officer at Ripple. Another loss this week for the SEC. The streak continues. The Second Circuit in the SEC v. 𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏 held that the SEC can't ask for a crippling disgorgement award without first proving that investors suffered actual financial harm. In other words, no harm, no foul. And as a response, John Deaton went ahead and said this. The people who've argued that the SEC got a 50-50 victory in the Ripple case are 100% wrong. It was more like 90-10 in Ripple's favor. If Ripple ends up paying $20 million or less, it's a 99.9% legal victory. Well, at least in my opinion, this becomes a really interesting question. How do you really calculate the damage that has been caused here? I mean, obviously, the SEC came up with a number as to what the sales were, but if you really start thinking about it, what are the damages though? And I mean, is it just because it's illegal, that's why they've got to pay, and they're just going to throw an arbitrary number up? Or where is that number that they're going to start construing here going to actually come from? Matter of fact, whenever I talk about these payments, I sometimes think, shouldn't the SEC be sat down and thought a little lesson along the lines of, you can't start blaming others if you yourself have caused the price of, for example, XRP to dump so much. You know, can we actually go ahead and go against them to try get them to pay us a fine also? But that leads us into article, or I'd say post number 3, which is that there are no current ongoing settlement talks. People are too infatuated with the idea of settlement between Ripple and the SEC. Multiple things I've got to say about that. One is, do we really want that? Two is, let these guys play it out, because most likely whatever happens here doesn't really matter anyway. So there's no hurry, there's no reason to be fed up with this, there's no reason to refresh this every single day. And with regards to the IPO, this is an interesting one. I'm not so sure how he puts up this date. I personally would like to say there's actually a good chance Ripple is going to go for an IPO even sooner. So I kind of disagree with John right here. And also another thing is, even though the only thing we can disagree here with is date, we all know the IPO is eventually coming up. And with regards to settlement, we all know eventually the SEC and Ripple are going to be done and over with. It's just a matter of time. Matter of fact, it would be about time for Gary Gensler to step off. The Wall Street Journal put up an article which I thought was really interesting. Gary Gensler and the SEC lose again. The chairman's stock buyback rule takes a drubbing in court, and a question that was asked there was, is Gary Gensler ever going to win a case? To which I can say the goal is probably not to win, the goal is to distract. We've talked before about just how much manipulation is ongoing with regards to XRP as a concept, and the crypto space also. A lot of it is led by this man right here. You cannot tell me that this man came in and looking only for victories. It doesn't seem to be the case. It seems all he's trying to do is distract the people, make things last longer than they ever need to, and that's about it. Because especially when you look into his history, he used to be so positive towards crypto. What changed? Nothing. I'd say money, fame, power, all that came into play. And potentially this man is way more of a puppet than you might have ever imagined. And so he's got no backbone. He's just doing what he's being told. On an opposite side, this man hasn't got his $200 million or whatever net worth by being a really nice guy. Maybe he's getting some deals worked on in the background with Goldman Sachs or whatever that will only come to fruition in about 10 years from now, just like how 𝗓𝗵𝗲 had some crazy deals, but that's besides the point. Just for fun, I'll show you one more article though. What could happen to the price if $100 trillion were to flow through XRP? An expert explains. The simple answer is this: if $100 trillion were to flow over, it kind of depends. There's a lot of different ways in which money can flow. Are we talking that $100 trillion would flow through XRP itself, meaning $100 million worth of XRP gets bought, sold the whole time? So are we talking about trading volume in that sense? That's what they mean with flowing through. Do they mean like trading volume in the sense that you grab your fiat, then XRP move through, and then XRP to fiat again? So basically an ODL type of transfer, is that flowing through? Or do we mean flowing on top of the XRP ledger? So a little bit more literally, to flow through XRP. Anyway, none of these things would per definition increase the price straight off the bat, but it's always about the implication. Ethereum, there's really not any greater example than with Ethereum. The value of Ethereum, for the most part, you might say comes because people need it for gas. No. It's because of what people built on Ethereum that, first of all, necessitated the gas idea, and that make people want to have Ethereum, make people want to be involved with Ethereum. In this case here with XRP also, the core concept should be the more that's built on top, the more it's being used, the more it's being thought about, the more it's being built on, worked on, the more appealing the currency is going to be. Not only in the form of gas being here that you pay a little bit, with XRP specifically drops to be able to transact. You need, of course, a little bit of funds to reserve an account basically. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that people want to have something that's being used a lot. And obviously that's in the crypto space specifically true. If you imagine, right, just think about this for a second. Let's say every cryptocurrency is exactly how it is right now. And then all of a sudden, one cryptocurrency comes on in that gets hundreds of trillions of dollars worth of flow. Obviously, it's going to be, by that definition, the most popular crypto. And from almost any perspective, people are going to want to have that the most out of everything. But yeah. Man, I think that's enough story for today. There's just so many little articles talking about some interesting parts, interesting questions I've not addressed in a while. But I think we'll start getting more and more into that in tomorrow or perhaps the day afterwards, just getting fully back onto our usual schedule, addressing a lot of things that need addressing. And so if you got a question, let me know down below. That's about it.